For the first time in 32 years in this poll, it shows that Republicans are beating Democrats straight up. There is a leak in the balloon here in the Kamala Harris campaign.
The Kamala bubble bursting.
This is part of a long-standing trend of young black men moving away from the Democratic Party.
Identity politics backfiring on Democrats.
And it never fits quite right. Never fits quite right.
The incidents were limited to a handful of apartment complexes.
Do you hear yourself? Only a handful of apartment complexes in America were taken over by Venezuelan gangs, and Donald Trump is the problem?
What the heck is happening to the media?
I'm going to stop you.
Plus,
they want to cancel Columbus. They want to cancel you.
We're in the cancel culture, so, you know, it is what it is.
Democrats haven't felt this badly since Biden bombed the debate. The party is leaking like crazy. Anxiety, despair is the mood in Washington. The Harris campaign is stuck in the mud. And behind the scenes, Democrats are worried she stalled and her so-called lead has evaporated.
Vice President Kamala Harris had a 5-point lead in our last poll taken a month ago, right after the debate. That lead has all but evaporated, Willie. Take a look at this new head-to-head matchup. 48% to 48%. That is what we call a deadlocked race.
At this point in the election, Hillary was up 7. Biden was up 9. The betting markets of Trump's chance of winning is better than 50-50. And the battlegrounds are all tied up. So if the polls are as wrong as they usually are, we could know the winner on election night. Democrats are jittery. Trump's numbers are historic.
And the bottom line is this. At this particular hour, if you believe the polling, Donald Trump's going to put up the best performance with black voters since Richard Nixon back in 1960. Not 68, since 1960. That's 64 years ago. Among Hispanic voters, Donald Trump's going to put up the best performance for Republicans since 2004 and George W. Bush.
The media is preparing for the worst. They're wargaming a Trump sweep. Newsweek is even throwing around the L word. Landslide. 3 weeks until Election Day, and it's already started. The panicked phone calls.
Concern in Wilmington and greater concern amongst Democratic elected officials who I hear from daily, asking me what I know, because they know I know some stuff, and telling me explicitly and through their questions, they are worried, okay? Doesn't mean she won't win, but that's how we head into the weekend, okay? Democrats are worried about where things stand.
Democrat insiders are growing worried that the euphoria over Harris's entry into the race hasn't translated. They say she hasn't given voters enough reason to vote for her, and she's feeling the pressure. Barack sent her on a media blitz, and she said she was no different than Biden. And now the Harris campaign is changing strategies again. After snubbing the Fox debate, now Kamala is going to be sitting down with Bret Baier this Wednesday. All week, Kamala is going to be playing defense. She'll be campaigning only in Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan. Her map is shrinking, but she claims she has faith.
It is easy in these moments of crisis to question our faith, to sometimes lose our faith for a moment, because what we see is so hard to see that we lose faith or a vision of those things we cannot see but must know.
I don't know what she just said. So after calling on the Messiah to scold wavering black men, Democrats are letting loose the comeback kid. But there's one problem. Nobody recognizes him. All white guys look alike, I know.